1, 2, and 3, ladies and gentlemen, are just regular A, B, and C. So number 1, regrouping means to make a number in a different way. Okay, so number 1 is C. Number 2 is addend, and number 2 is a number that is added to find a sum. So that leaves number 3, sum, as B, the number obtained when adding numbers. Okay, so that's your first 3. Next, we move to number 4. And number 4 has 3 parts to it. You're just writing the correct answer. Okay? Number 4 looks like this. Okay? That's what that looks like. Your first answer is 8. This answer, the second one, 20 plus, if you notice, you added 0. And all the numbers stay the same. So the second box is 60. And the third box then would be 200. Okay? So that is what the answer is for number 4. All right, number 5. And number 6 asks you to find each sum. That's just adding. Number 5, 29 plus 8. Well, I could have changed that and put it this way. 29 plus 8. I know that 9 plus 8 is 17. Put my 7 down, carry my 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. So the answer to number 5 is 37. Number 6 is the same way. 47 plus 23. I can put that up and down. 47 plus 23. 7 plus 3 is 10. Put my 0 down, carry my 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. So the answer for number 6 is 70. Yes, Alex. Maybe I thought it was something different. Yes, Alex. And then I thought it was something else. Or I missed it. Okay. All right, let's look at 7 and 8. 7 looks like this. 19 plus 5 equals 27. What we need to figure out is what fits into here that when added to 19 equals 27. So I could have just counted up, and that answer, the box answer, equals 8. Okay? Number 8 is the same way. Number 8 was the box plus 17 equals 23. Well, I have to figure out, I can just count up. And that box answer equals 6. Okay. Numbers 9 through 12 just ask you to find each sum, just normal adding. So we'll go through and I'll show you. Number 9, 46 plus 38. 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry my 1. 4 plus 3 is 7. Plus 1 is 8. Number 9 is 84. Number 10 is 251 plus 328. 8 plus 1 is 9. 5 plus 2 is 7. 2 plus 3 is 5. So my 6,173 plus 524. Start at that far right side, just like normal. 4 plus 3 is 7. Move to the next one. 7 plus 2 is 9. 5 plus 1 is 6. Put my comma in. Bring down my 2. So my answer is 2,697. And then number 12 is 12 plus 46 plus 31. Okay, I like to start on the far right, plus normal. I start with the big numbers. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8. My answer to number 12 is 89. Okay. All right. Number 13, ask you guess and check. It says Carly has 4 fewer marbles than Nika. They have 12 marbles in all. How many marbles does Nika have? Okay, so we have 13. Well, you need to have a total. The total is 12 marbles. So there's a difference of 4. So one of them has 4 more than the other. So I can start. I know 6 and 6 is even. So that's not it. So then I can start going down from there. Okay, 1 could have 5 and 7, but that's only a difference of 3. The next one would be 4 and 8. That would be a difference of 4 marbles. So Nika would have 8 marbles. Okay? So 8 marbles is what Nika would have. Okay. Oh. N-E-K-A. Okay? So she would have 8 marbles. All right. Number 14 asks you to use mental math. 14, the problem is 21 plus 5. Well, I can do this mentally because I know 5 plus 1 is 6. So this is going to equal 26. And then the next one is number 15 is 61 plus 43. Okay, this one might be a little more difficult, but I really could try to do it. 3 plus 1 is 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. So my answer is 104. Number 16 asks you to write the total. And you have there a quarter, a dime, a nickel, and a penny. A quarter is 25 cents. A dime is 10 cents, so 10 more would be 35. 10 more would be 45. 5 more would be 50. And 1 would be 51. So your answer is 51 cents. Or you could have written it like this. Either way. Okay? Yep, so. No, it's always goes after. Okay? All right, and number 17, you had to do the same kind of thing. So you had $3 bills. You had a quarter. You had a nickel. And you had a penny, and a penny. Okay, so $3 bills gives me $3. 1 quarter gives me $3.25. I add a nickel to that, that gives me $3.30. And then I know that 3 pennies equals 3, so my answer would be $3.33. Okay? All right. Number 18. Number 18 says, Arnie buys a book that costs $2.45. He pays with a $5 bill. Write the change in dollars and cents. Many of you guys got this one wrong. And I need for you to pay very close attention. If you know that you have $2.45 and he paid with a $5 bill, that means that when you add your dollars together, it cannot be more than 5 or 5 or more. So those of you that put $3 in something, if you look at just the first number, the 3 and the 2, that's going to give you 5 automatically. So if you have change, that means that that's too much money. That's just one way for you to check that. Okay, so we have 18. It costs $2.45, paid with a $5 bill. Remember, we started counting up. Okay, we can count up. So to get from 45 to 50, I would need a nickel. That would give me $2.50. And then 2 quarters would give me $3. And then I need to go from $3 to $5, which is $2 bills. So the total amount that I would get back in change is $2.55. Okay? See how we did that? Counting up. And then 19 and 20 again are simply adding dollar amounts. 19 is $2.31 plus $2.14. Well, because I can see things up and down better, that's what I'm going to do. $2.31 plus $2.14. 4 plus 1 is 5. 3 plus 1 is 4. My decimal point comes down. 2 plus 2 is 4. Bring my dollar sign down. $4.45. My next one is number 20. And that problem is $1.56 plus $2.27. And again, I'm going to do that up and down. So I have $1.56 plus $2.27. And I start far right and add. 6 plus 7 is 13. Put my 3 down, carry my 1. 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8. I can bring my decimal point right down. 2 plus 1 is 3. Make sure I put my dollar sign. $3.83. All right. Now, number 21. 21 and 22 ask you to round the numbers first and then add the rounded numbers. So, number 21. The problem was 26 plus 31. I think to myself, is 26 closer to 30 or 20? That is closer to 30. Is 31 closer to 30 or 20? It is closer to 30. So I add 30 plus 30 equals 60. So that is my answer for 21. It's 60. 22 is the same, only I am rounding to 100. So number 22 is 213 plus 478. I start to think, why is that 213, is that closer to 200 or 300? Oh, I know it's closer to 200. 200 plus 478. I think I know halfway is 50. 78 is greater than 50. So I would change that to 500. I add that up. There's zeros. 5 plus 2 is 7. So the answer is 700. Lastly, I have 23 and 24. Front end estimation. and then I add my estimated numbers. It's 521 plus 318. Remember, all I'm looking at is the first number in each problem, in each number, and I don't look at anything else. I add those and add 2 zeros. So 5 plus 3 is 8. Because they're both hundreds, I add 2 zeros. My front end estimation for 23 is 800. Do the same thing with 24. 492 plus 258. All I'm looking at is the 4 and the 2. And they're both in hundreds, so I know when I add 4 plus 2 equals 6. I add 2 zeros, and I come up with 600. Okay, and then lastly is my last problem, number 25. Suppose you have $4. Is this enough money to buy a hamburger for $2.25 and a drink for 98 cents? Explain whether you need an exact answer or an estimate. Okay, I was extremely lenient on this one. If you wrote yes, you marked it wrong. Okay? What you needed to do was estimate. 25, the answer was to estimate. Because all you needed to do was figure out, do I have enough money? So I have about $2 and another dollar, so the drink would be about $3. Would I have enough money? Yes, because $3 is less than $4. So that's how that should have been answered. I was very, very lenient on that one. So if it's right, then I'm just going to let it be. Okay? Any additional questions about your test?